Hello, my dear international Christian friends. This is Sharnel Bhatti from USA again with an encouraging word of how to apply the scriptures to our personal lives as we walk with Jesus every day. I'd like us to turn, if we would, to the Gospel of John, and specifically to John 14 and verses 12 through 14. I'd like you to realize that when Jesus was having his Last Supper with his disciples, John recorded the whole encounter in chapters 13 through 17 in the Gospel of John. And there are so many promises in these particular chapters, but this one in John 14, 12 through 14, I want to read it directly to you. It says, this is Jesus speaking, "I tell you the truth. Anyone who has faith in me will do what I have been doing, and he will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Son may bring glory to the Father. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it." Isn't that an amazing truth? Isn't that an amazing promise? But so few of us apply our faith to believe that Jesus truly meant this when he said it. So I want to give you a story that these scriptures meant to my life. There was a young student of mine his name was Michael, and I was telling him the stories about Troy and Amy, and anyways, he listened politely. But then afterwards he said to me, "Professor Smith, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe God intervenes like that to do anything in people's lives. But if I did believe it, the thing that I would ask for," he says, "I have a wife, and 16 months ago, she left us and our family. I have a 2-year-old son. And every day he looks at my phone and sees her picture and he says, 'Mama, Mama.' And for 16 months, we haven't known where she is or what she's doing. There's been no contact at all. So if I was to believe that God could do the impossible, I would ask that Brandy would come back in our lives." So I said to him, "Michael, that's exactly what I'm going to pray. And I'll see you next Tuesday and we'll see what God does." And so I took these verses that the Bible talks about, and I asked the Lord Jesus, "Father, please, for Michael, for his faith, show him to be the God of the impossible and bring Brandy back into his life." And don't you know, the following Tuesday when we got together, I walked up to him and Michael said, "Yep, Professor Smith, you prayed and Brandy came into our lives the next day." Amazing. And I said, "Michael, that is such great news. I want you to know I have a Bible here for you and a Bible for Brandy. And I want to encourage you that if you will find a church, you are going to find a woman that wants to love you and love that baby and be a life partner for you for the rest of your lives. I'm going to pray that you will find that church and find that wonderful girl." And friends in the international community, this is what God says he will do for us. He will do the impossible. Whatever someone asks for prayer, don't be afraid to say, "I'm going to pray that. I'm going to ask God to do that for you." He's an awesome, wonderful God and able to do far above all that we ask or think. I hope you have a great day today. I love you. God bless you.